Te Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Bandhamoye Savadhana Mate Bandhamoye Savadhana Mate Yahara prashade bhai e bhavato riya jai Yahara prashade bhai e bhavato riya jai Krishna prapti ho yaha hoite Krishna prapti ho yaha hoite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Sitete Koriyo Aikya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Sitete Koriyo Aikya Arana Koriho Mane Asa Arana Koriho Mane Asa Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Ye prashade pure sarva asa Ye prashade pure sarva asa साकुदानो दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से साकुदानो दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविजवे नश्यते वेदेगा यह चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनर बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया दया देहो मोरे पद छाया बाबू देहो मोरे पद हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया बाबू करो ये बायशक गुसुक्रे भुवाना द्वैपद लैला शराना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावाना जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा शिला प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा शिला प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चाचारिणे Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Balade Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Shishi Gauranita Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada
Shyam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Brahmadakacharya Asajaras Srimad His Divine Grace Lacy Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Samstakacharya Prabhupada Ki Jai Shyam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Brahmadakacharya Asajaras His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Lalita Vishaka Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baladesh Shrimati Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai Shri Panchatattva Ki Jai Shri Gaurandika Ki Jai Gaur Prahladananda all glories to the sound devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamana Namam Nishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Rajamanam Yasodabiyalukaladavamana Param Rishtamadhyanta Todrupya Gopya Yasodabiyalukaladavamana Param Rishtamadhyanta Todrupya Gopya Rudantamur Netra Yugmam Rijantam Karham Boja Yugmena Shatanka Netram Rudandamur netra yugmam rijandam Karamboja yugmena shatanka netram Muswasa kampatire kankakanda Sita graiva damodaram bhakti badam Swasa kampatire kankakanda Sita graiva damodaram bhakti badam Iti drikswalila birananda kunde Swago shamni majanta makyapayanta Iti drikswalila birananda kunde Swago shani majanta makyapayanta Tade shitageshu bhaktaji tattvam Puna prema tastam shata riti vande Tade shitageshu bhaktaji tattvam Puna prema tastam shata riti vande Varam deva moksham na mokshavadimva Nachanya vrindeham vare chadapiha Varam deva moksham na mokshavadimva Nachanya vrindeham vare chadapiha Idam deva purnata gopala bala Sadhame manatya virasam kimanyai Idam deva purnata gopala balam Sadhame manasya virasam kimanyai Idam te mukam bodham achantalirla Ridam kundalai sigda rakaisha gopya Idam te mukam bodham achantalirla Ridam Idam Kundalai Snigdha Raktaisha Gopya. Moksham Vitam Bimbarakta Dharame Manasya Virastam Alam Lakshalavai. Moksham Vitam Bimbarakta Dharame Manasya Virastam Alam Lakshalavai. Namo Deva Damodararanta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukkha Jalabdi Magna. Namo Deva Damodararanta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukkha Jalabdi Magna. Kripa Drishti Vrishtati Dinam Vatanu Grihane Shamamagame Dashi Driksha. Kripa Drishti Vrishyati Dinam Vatanu Grihane Shamamagame Dashi Dristya. Kuvaradma Jobata Murtaiva Yadva Twaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajo Krito Cha. Kuvaradma Jobata Murtaiva Yadva Twaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajo Krito Cha. Tata Prema Bhakti Swakame Priyacha Namoksha Graho Me Sidamodareha. Tata Prema Bhakti Swakame Priyacha Namoksha Graho Me Sidamodareha. Namaste Sudamne Swaradipti Damne Tvadiyodarayata Vishwasya Damne. Namaste Sudamne Swaradipti Damne Tvadiyodarayata Vishwasya Damne. Namo Radhikaya Dvadiyai Priyaya Namo Nandaliyaya Devaya Tumya Namo Radhikaya Dvadiyai Priyaya Namo Nandaliyaya Devaya Tumya Namam Ishvaram Satchidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yasodabiyalukaladavamana Param Rishamadhyanta Todupya Gopya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt, that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yasoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing a whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and a necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell. He's shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
By such as Balagopal and Vrindavan, they ever be manifest in my heart. But what if you lose to me of any other woman besides these?
Oh Lord, your lotus face which is encircled by locks of soft black hair which we dread, is kissed again and again by Mother Ashura. These are reddish for the beautiful. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
O Supreme Lord, I offer my obeisances unto you, to Damodar, to Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. Show in your granted mercy upon me, deliver this poor aching now, through the nurse and an ocean of forth to serve, and the consolation of
O Lord Ramana, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manikriva and Nalakuvera, were delivered from the curse of Nara and made into great devotees by you, in your form as a baby, tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own praying bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisance to the brilliantly everything robed with binds your belly. I then offer my obeisance to your belly. This is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisance to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastime.
Shishirada Damodar ki, Shishora Damodar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Well, we have some passage from Giriraj Maharaj's book, Prabhupada's Will, how we put it together. So it's a nice passage. It's some story. But it's work.
Make a prize if you find a secret.
Yeah. Who is at the end?
Thank you. Where are you living now?
I'm living here.
You live here. Oh, nice place to live.
I live here for 3 days, and 4 days I'm still working in Antwerp, but my family is living here.
Good.
You have the obeisance from Malati. I see her regularly.
Yeah.
But her daughter had again,
I know she wrote that.
yeah, and I brought some medicine from her for you, 2 pots.
Naranga.
Till when are you here?
Till tomorrow. Monday.
Okay, okay. So I will, today or tomorrow I will Unless it's urgent, I don't know.
No, it's Moranga. Miranga,
Yeah, something like
whatever. Second verb.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Balaba Grivardhari Jaya Grivardhari Gopi Jana Balaba Grivardhari Jaya Grivardhari Sodanandana Raja Jana Ranjana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Sodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravarachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravarachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravarachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jayam Vishnupad Brahmam Subhradrakacharya Asadhara Sadhushi Sriman His Divine Grace Lacy Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. For Premanande Haribol, glories to these sound devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga. Yesterday I left a bag on there. It had some sweets in it. Did anyone see them? Who cleans? Maybe they. Can you check inside the cabinet? Maybe.
Yes. No, that is full of amplifier.
Oh. No. What's that? Can we check the reception? See if it's there. It has the ladus from Tirupati, from Balaji. Yes. So after class, if you remind me, then I can give you some, or else I'll eat the whole thing. People wait an hour, sometimes a whole day just to get one of these. Tirupati, Balaji. What's that?
You have to shave before you get it.
You have to donate your hair. Well, we won't ask the ladies to do that. The men should do it though. Om Jnana Divanandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chaksur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stavitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Hayam Didati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shiva Sakans Vitams Cha Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabando Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishubhanu Sudhadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakapa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvyavacha Patiranam Vavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pranityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 1, The Advent of Lord Krishna, the Introduction, text number 54. Na yasyaste bhayam samya yadvai saha sariravak putram samarpayishesya Yatas te bayam utitam. Shri Vasudeva Vacha Nayasyas te bayam samya Yadvai saha shariravak Putram samarapayishesya Itaste bayam uditam. Uvacha ladies. Vacha Yatyadiyam Sokam Adayabhak Tansamarpiyasya Taste Bayam Uditam Shri Vasudeva Vacha Yam Sokam Vai Sahasrira Vak Putran Samarapayishesya Yatasya Bayam Uditam Vacha Niyasya te bayam somya Yadvai sahasraviravak Putran samarapai Uditam Shri Vasudeva Vacha Shri Vasudeva said, not he indeed asya from Devaki te of you bayam fear somya almost sober yat which vai indeed sa that omen aha dictated Shariravak a vibration without a body Putran all my sons Samarapayishe I shall deliver to you Asya of her Devaki Yataha from whom Te your Bayam fear Uditam has risen Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Vasudeva said, O best of the sober, you have nothing to fear from your sister Devaki because of what you have heard from the unseen omen. The cause of death will be her sons. Therefore I promise that when she gives birth to the sons from whom your fear has arisen, I shall deliver them all unto your hands. So please repeat. Vasudeva said, O best of the sober, you have nothing to fear from your sister Devaki because of what you have heard from the unseen omen. The cause of death will be her sons. Therefore I promise that when she gives birth to the sons from whom your fear has arisen, I shall deliver them all into your hands. Purport. Kamsa feared Devaki's existence because after her 8th pregnancy, she would give birth to a son who would kill him. Vasudeva, therefore, to assure his brother-in-law the utmost safety, promised to bring him all their sons. He would not wait for the 8th son, but from the very beginning would deliver to the hands of Kamsa all the sons to whom Devaki would give birth. This was the most liberal proposition offered by Vasudeva to Kamsa. Namo Vishnuvadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Dinamane Namaste Saraswatam Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskadyade Siddharane. There are many ways of reading the Bhagavatam. One way of reading it is to read it as, especially the 10th canto, and other cantos too, to read it as a story. In other words, the aim of hearing is to develop our spiritual intelligence so that we can actually think about Krishna. And here's a story about Krishna. So we focus our attention on the story and we put our mind on it. That's called Krishna consciousness. So very simple. We just have to take every word and visualize it. Use our imagination, not material imagination, but spiritual imagination, to actually live in the Bhagavatam. The soul is actually living in the material world due to his absorption in the false ego. But we just transcend the false ego and we enter into the Bhagavatam as Krishna's servant, and then we can actually experience what really Krishna consciousness is. So that takes some intelligence, and that intelligence is developed by focusing on the words and actually experiencing what they mean. So here it says, Vasudeva. Now, probably none of us have met Vasudeva or Vasudeva recently, but we have some idea. He was a Kshatriya, and Prabhupada asked the devotees, the artists, to paint pictures. So we have we've seen a picture of Vasudeva. Then we can meditate on that picture, and there is Vasudeva. Now, we may not realize that it's Vasudeva, but actually it is Vasudeva. Just like when we see the deities, we don't realize there's actually Krishna there. Radharani, Srimati Radharani is there. Gaur-Nitai there, Jagannath, Baladev, and Srimati Subhadra Devi. They're all there. The problem is that we're not there. We're somewhere else. We're floating in our imagination, believing that there's something other than Krishna. And they're watching us, hoping that one day we'll wake up and we'll actually understand that they're actually there. Similarly, when we hear the words, there are different kinds of deities. One of the deities is within the mind. As the deities can be made of wood or paint, they can also be manifested within the mind. So we see Vasudeva, and we see Devaki, and we see Kamsa holding her hair. They're in a chariot, and we see everyone's looking in astonishment that Kamsa has his sword out and is about to cut off the head of Devaki, and everyone is aghast to see this. And Vasudeva is preaching to Kamsa. Then we're actually in Krishna consciousness. Then then our material existence goes away. And if we read it, and at the end of reading it, we don't know what we read. We ask what was the first word, and we're scratching our head, wondering which book did he read from. Then we've just missed out on another opportunity to actually experience what Krishna consciousness is. Of course, it is not that someone's going to just read this and automatically enter into the spiritual realm. It takes some practice, purification of the mind through devotional service, etc., etc. But it's there to go over again and again and again, to enter deeper and deeper into it. So at least we should read it over and over again so we know what we just read. Like if I ask someone here, what part of the story did I just read? You're smiling, you must know. What's that? Well, yes, that's good. All right. What's his argument here? The argument he just gave.
He said that you shouldn't be afraid of Devaki. She's not going to get her sons will get her.
Okay. So what did he offer Kamsa? Yes. What's that? All his sons. Whoever would take birth, he was going to offer to Kamsa. And Kamsa thought, did Kamsa agree with this logic? Yeah, because that doesn't say, but we'll find out. We'll find out. There's no painting of Devaki with a head cut off, so. Otherwise, it would have been the 10th canto would have been very short. The other way of reading is the more esoteric, well, not esoteric, the more philosophical, is that actually the material world is quite simple. Everything here is quite simple. We've just made it very complicated. Even as Prabhupada once said, that there is no past, present, and future. In case you want to stay around to find out what iPhone 35 looks like, you're not satisfied with iPhone 11. You shouldn't wait around for that because it's going to be the same thing. Punak punas charvita charvanana. Why is it the same? Because in the past, there's only 4 things going on in the material world. People are eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. They did that 5 billion years ago. And guess what people are doing now? All over the universe. I can tell exactly what they're doing on Brahmaloka, because I have vision everywhere in the universe. People are eating, they're sleeping, they're mating, and they're defending. And I can predict exactly what's going to happen 5 trillion years from now. People are going to be eating, they're going to be sleeping, they're going to be mating and defending. And the last one is defending. Why are people eating? Why are people sleeping? Why are people mating? Because they want to avoid death. Everything exists just to avoid death. That's the number one anxiety. People may be in anxiety that breakfast is late. But if someone comes up with a knife and puts it to their throat, they'll forget about breakfast very quickly. Because the number one fear is I'm going to die. And it's so strong that even though we can understand that we're not going to leave this body or die, still will be an anxiety about death. The proof is that later on in this canto, Narada Muni, in order to accelerate Krishna's advent, goes to Kamsa and says, my dear Kamsa, actually in your last life you were a demon named Kalanimi, and you were fighting on the shore of the ocean of milk with against the demigods, riding on a lion. And you had a trident. And Vishnu came, and you threw the trident at Vishnu, who was riding on Garuda, and Vishnu caught the trident and threw it back at you and killed you. Now, logically, you would think, well, that's pretty good. Now I know at least my past life was. And you think, well, if I had a past life, then I'll have a future life too. I shouldn't be afraid of death because I've had past lives. So did that encourage Kamsa that now I don't have to be afraid of death? No, he became even more anxious that Vishnu is going to come and try and kill me again, but I'm not going to allow him. So even though we may have died many, many times, of course we don't die, it's the body dies. We can't die, nor can the body die, because something that's dead can't die. So that should be good news. Your body will never die because it's already dead. As I gave the example before, it's like you have a puppet. Now when you have a puppet and you're moving the puppet, everyone believes it's alive. And then when you take your hand out of the puppet falls on the ground. And everyone gathers around and says, I think the puppet had a heart attack. See if you can revive it. And there everyone's trying to give massage to the puppet, and it doesn't come back to life again. And then they declare the puppet's dead. And everyone starts crying, oh, the puppet's dead, the puppet's dead. It was such a nice puppet. It did so many nice things. And they put the puppet in a box, and they take the box and to the puppet graveyard, and they bury the puppet, and everyone cries. But actually the puppet was never alive, and therefore it couldn't die. Similarly, this body was never alive, so how could it die? And since we were never dead, we can't die. Even though the body, which was never alive, which is always dead, is still dead in any circle. We ourselves, who are never dead or always alive, we don't die. So there's no such thing as death, either for the body, which is always dead, or for the soul, which is eternally alive. But Daivi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Dharatya Mame Valye Prabhajante Maya Tam Tarantite. This divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes is difficult to overcome. Just by intellectual understanding that we're not this body, it doesn't matter how many times we speak about it, we're still in anxiety about death. Because that's Krishna's energy. As long as we're not fully conscious of Krishna, there's going to be some anxiety. Even up to the stage of preliminary bhava, when Bharat Maharaj was able to meditate on trance and Krishna in ecstasy, still he got overwhelmed by affection for a deer calf, because he was afraid the deer calf was not going to be protected. It might die. And therefore he took care of it and forgot about his meditation on Vishnu, Krishna. So we ourselves, what to speak of ourselves, who probably may not be on the platform of ecstasy, 24 hours a day in ecstasy, we're influenced by the modes of nature, and the modes of nature give us the gift of being an illusion. And an illusion means anxiety. Vayam dvitiya binivesha tasyad ishadapatasya viparayos smriti. Anxiety means that we're afraid. What we're afraid of? Our non-existence. And all right, I'm not afraid of non-existence. I may even be convinced I'm going to live, but I don't know where I'm going next. I mean, this world is uncomfortable enough. As I said before, when Prabhupada was asked whether or not, or by reporters in England, if there was a hell, if hell actually existed. And Prabhupada's reply was, England is hell. And if England is hell, Belgium is a good second. Yamaraj couldn't figure out it worse weather. So everyone's afraid. Yes, I may be eternal, but I don't want to be in pain eternally either. I don't want to go to a place where I'm going to suffer. I'm already suffering. Somehow or another, I've adjusted my material circumstances to minimize my suffering, but I don't know in my next lifetime will I have the opportunity to minimize my suffering as much as I can now. So everyone's afraid of what their existence is going to be like. Whether they're not eternal or not is another thing. People, of course, if they don't know they're eternal, then they're even more in anxiety. They think whatever they're doing is completely a waste of time. Whether you're Adolf Hitler or you're the most exalted personality, great saint, at the end when you disappear and everything, you have nothing, you become nothing, then it doesn't really matter who you were or what you did. It was all zero. In any case, material world exists out of anxiety and fear and suffering, and as long as we're in the modes of nature, that's what we're provided, and we can't escape it because it's superior to us. It's Krishna's illusory energy. Now, why is Krishna doing it? So he can sit there and smile and play on his flute and watch the living entities suffer. So many devotees are coming before him, suffering, and he always has a smile on his face. No, he's doing it to get us out of the material existence. Because unless we were suffering here, unless we were in fear, we'd never take shelter of Krishna. If everything was going exactly the way we wanted it, if we could actually rub our bead bag and the genie came out and gave us whatever we wanted, then we'd never go back to the spiritual world. We think, what do I need Krishna for? You know, I have my genie in the bead bag. He gives me whatever I want. So the material suffering is, and the greatest suffering is death. Mrityu sarva harasyaham. In the Bhagavad Gita, more than any other philosophical point, practically speaking, Krishna makes, besides renunciation and meditation on him, is death. Kalasmi bharatar shiva, kalasmi she krit bhavito, lokans mahartami ha pravitak, ritepi swam nabha vishanti sarve, ivasita pranukeshi yoda. Time I am, the destroyer of all the worlds, and I have come here to engage all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers on all sides will be slain. Sounds pretty depressing, doesn't it? You can go up to someone and say, I read the Bhagavad Gita and I concluded, do you know I've concluded we're all going to die. Immediately they call the police, you'd be arrested, threatening everyone, terrorist. What did he say? He said, you're all going to die. No, but there's a positive side. Krishna says, Tasmat tvam utishti sholavasva jitva shatrum bhukshma rajan samidan mayaivataniyatam purvamevam nimitra matram bhavasavasachin. Just get up and prepare to fight, and after conquering your enemies, you'll enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They're already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. So here's an example. It's a pastime, but it's also a philosophical example. Krishna arranges everything perfectly so that Kamsa, he's going to start killing the sons of Devaki. And as far as I remember, the sons of Devaki represent all the bad qualities. Now, they previously were the sons of Marichi, demigods, and Lord Brahma became lusty and ran after his daughter, who had assumed the body of a deer to escape him, and then he was running after her, I guess in the form of a stag, and Shiva stopped him. In any case, the sons of Marichi looked on abhorrence to see their grandfather act in that way, and because of their criticizing Brahma, they didn't get away with it. They took birth as the sons of Hiranyakashipu. Eventually they took birth again as the sons of Devaki and were killed one after another. And they represent bad qualities such as lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, madness. And after they're killed, then Krishna can take birth. After Devaki's womb is killed, it is purified by the killing of these bad qualities, then Krishna can take birth in pure goodness, can appear there. So there's an esoteric part of this. We have to kill something in the material world. Something has to die. And what we should be after is killing the bad qualities. And the way the bad qualities are killed is that we have to take shelter of pure devotional service, at least practice, and then when these qualities are killed, then the result will be that Krishna can take birth in our heart, can appear there in his form, and illuminate our hearts in Krishna consciousness. If we try to have Krishna appear within our heart, we may find some impediments. And that's good. If we try to put Krishna there, that will illuminate some of our obstacles. Of course, we should recognize them as obstacles. It's all quite simple, but we can make it very complicated because our false ego can justify anything that goes on in our mind. It becomes any particular attachment we have, conception we have. It's like some jewel in our mind that we don't want to give up, no matter how painful it is. It's my family jewel. It was handed down through my disciple succession from my great-grandfather and mother. And I just can't give up this quality. It may be envy, it may be madness, it may be illusion, it may be lust, or maybe greed or anger. It may be any of these things. But because it was handed down by my family line, I just can't give it up. And because we can't give it up, we're in anxiety. But we'd rather be in anxiety than give up our tradition. Therefore Krishna says, Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma Nishoshiti Nakangshati Samak Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Lavate Param. These things have to be given up. And they generally fall into two categories. Hankering and lamentation. Somehow or another, we want the world to be as perfect as I am. Whatever my conception of perfect is, that's the way everything should be. And we're always lamenting it's not exactly the way we think it should be. Somehow or another, Krishna made a mistake, and therefore he, unfortunately, he did the best he could, but after all, he does make mistakes. And I'm trying to correct them, but it's difficult. So these conceptions are a source of constant anxiety because we're not the controllers, we're not Krishna. And to look at the world and to see what's going on and to criticize it as if Krishna somehow or another made a mistake is an offense. Equal offense when the sons of Marichi were looking at Brahma, chasing after his daughter, and criticize Brahma. So we're constantly criticizing Krishna. Why did Krishna make such an imperfect world? I could have done a better job. Maybe he can let me run the shop for a few days or a few months and set things in order, and then we'll give it back to him again. So this conception means that we're not at ease or in anxiety with the world around us. We look at everyone and try to figure out how to correct them. Just give me half an hour and I can correct your life and set it on the right path. That's generally, I guess, one of the problems in household life is that the wife wants to make the perfect husband and the husband wants to make a perfect wife. And they want perfect children. And they need a perfect house. And at the same time, they think they have a perfect conception and ability to do so. And it doesn't work out that way. So similarly, these stories, after all, now we're living in Kali Yuga, things are bad. But Dwapara Yuga, imagine you're living in Dwapara Yuga and you're living in Vrindavan and some bull appears. And the bull is winning in such a way that the pregnant women and the cows are having abortions. How terrifying it must be. A bull, its tail is hovering in the clouds. Not a small little bull, but that big a bull. And not only that, but Trinavarta is coming, whirlwind demon, so many different problems are coming. So it's not that everyone's living peacefully, but everyone's taking shelter of Krishna. So Kali Yuga is also meant to help us take shelter of Krishna. And only in that way can we overcome gradually our attachments to this idea that we're going to make this world perfect, that we're going to change our lives, and therefore we're just going to flow through our lives in ecstasy, material ecstasy, with a perfect diet, perfect bodily exercises, the perfect longevity, perfect children, perfect prestige, perfect everything. Everything's going to go my way. My mind will never be agitated because I just rub the genie in the bead bag and he comes out and makes my life perfect, my material life perfect. And if it's not perfect, then what good is Krishna? What does he have to offer me? No, actually perfect means to get out of the material world because the material world is exactly made to appear to be, in our conception, imperfect. It's made for birth, death, old age, and disease. It's made for suffering, threefold miseries, and fourfold miseries. It's made to be constantly a source of anxiety and suffering. And if we try to make a perfect world free from anxiety and suffering, then we're simply perfect fools, that's all. But in the midst of the suffering, if we can focus our mind upon Krishna. So here we have this opportunity here. In the story, death is there for Devaki's sons. Kamsa is threatening to kill Krishna. He's threatening to kill Devaki. The whole thing is a mess. He actually takes the children. Imagine taking, a child. Your sister just gave birth and you pick up the child and smash its head on the ground. What's that? Yes, it's horrible. Of course, nowadays they do worse than that. They don't even wait till the child to get born. And people have just become accustomed to it. 5,000 years ago, the sages heard that one Shudra was beating on a cow and a bull, and they couldn't believe it. How was it possible? And nowadays they're wondering, well, why didn't the Shudra kill the cow and bull before Puksha came and have a barbecue? Why did he waste his time beating on them? He should have killed them. So that's Kali Yuga. People are becoming desensitized towards these things, desensitized towards everything except their own well-being. In any case, death is there, even in these stories, but it's a way of meditating, just like Ramachandra, there was Valmiki. Valmiki was a thief, and he was killing and robbing. And he met Narada, and Narada suggested that he didn't ask him to meditate on Ram, he asked him to meditate on Mara. Mara means death. So he was chanting Mara, 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 and it turned into Ram, 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 and he became Krishna conscious. And then when he became Krishna conscious, he could meditate in trance upon Krishna's pastimes. So here Krishna comes and he imitates the activities of worldly people just so we can meditate on these pastimes and actually purify our consciousness. And therefore we can meditate and not only on Krishna's transcendental pastimes, which you hear in the 10th canto, but ultimately we can see how Krishna is manifested in this world also. That actually, for a pure devotee, he always feels safe because he knows he's always in Krishna's hands. His world is not different from Krishna. And although there appears to be something other than Krishna, actually it's Krishna's embrace for all living entities. Or as Prabhupada said, Krishna is equal to everyone. When he slaps the demon and kills him, and when he picks up Prahlad and pats him on the head, it's the same loving feeling Krishna has to the demon and he has for Prahlad. He just shows his affection in different ways. For the demon, he tries to slap him out of his demoniac consciousness so he can wake up to his Krishna consciousness, just like the Putana witch. So Putana, in her last lifetime, and it seems like there is more than one Putana, if you need some service, you can become a Putana in some lifetime. It's also way back to Godhead. But according to our Bhagavatam commentaries, Putana in her last lifetime, depends on which millennium it was, she was either the sister of Bali Maharaj, or perhaps in another incarnation, she was the daughter of Bali Maharaj. And when Vamanadev entered into the arena of sacrifice where Bali Maharaj was performing sacrifice, then the sister of Bali Maharaj, or the daughter of Bali Maharaj, she was watching Vamanadev and she fell in love with him because he was so attractive, this beautiful Brahmin boy. And she wanted to become his mother. Later, when Vamanadev tricked Bali Maharaj and got 3 steps from him and covered the whole universe and took away everything that Bali Maharaj had, his sister, or his daughter, became very angry and envious and wanted to kill Vamanadev. So she had 2 intense feelings. One, she wanted to be the Vamanadev's mother, and the other, she wanted to kill the little kid. So Krishna noted both of them. And they were intense. I mean, after all, Vamadev is unlimitedly beautiful and attractive, and this unlimitedly attractive little boy. So any lady would like to become his mother. On the other hand, if you don't have the whole universe, your brother has the whole universe, and if suddenly some kid comes and takes it away from you, you're not going to appreciate it. You're going to grab the little kid and say, "Hey kid, give it back, you rascal." So they're both very intense. So she took birth as Putana. She had a very beautiful aspect, which allowed her to enter into Vrindavan in a very beautiful form, because she wanted to breastfeed Krishna. At the same time, inside, with some demoniac consciousness, she wanted to kill Krishna. So Krishna, first of all, he purified her demoniac consciousness by sucking out her poison and sucking out her life air, and then her original desire to be Krishna's mother manifested itself, so she could take birth as one of Krishna's mothers in the spiritual world. So, What's that?
She became a Gopi?
One of Jasoda's, Mai's assistants. Or one of the cowherd girls, ladies in Vrindavan, who have cowherd boys, who also sometimes breastfeed Krishna when the Brahma stole the cowherd boys. In any case, so Krishna has the material world in order to suck out the poison from us, our poison consciousness, by turning to Krishna. At the same time, the world is actually Krishna's world. So one who can actually see it can actually appreciate that everything is going on is the mercy of Krishna. So one has to have the materialistic consciousness first eliminated, and then one can actually see Krishna everywhere. For one who can see me everywhere and who can see me in everything, never lost to him, nor is he ever lost to me. So these pastimes, especially although before we get to the rasa dance and other such things, we can see Krishna is killing so many demons, so that we can actually meditate and trance upon Krishna in pure consciousness and achieve what we're actually trying to do, revive our eternal loving relationship with Krishna. So, I'll stop there. Thank you. Any comments or questions? Yes.
It struck me of how Devaki was, while her husband is saying that, he's going to offer all her children to be slaughtered. Now, while she knows that he's saying that because she's being threatened to be killed, I just wondered if she's an expansion of Mother of Children.
Devaki? No, I don't think so.
But still, she's in the general
Yeah, she...
So, is she aware of the bigger picture at this moment? That, these children are representing God's honor? Or is she under the influence of
Yoga. Oh, well, it's rather complicated because the original now we have Kasyapa and Prishnigarbha and so many different manifestations, expansions of the devotees in the spiritual world. That Vasudeva and Devaki have their position in the spiritual world, and they expand themselves as demigods into the material world, who expand themselves further into Vasudeva and Devaki and the pastimes of Krishna. So these are expansions of Vasudeva and Devaki in the spiritual world. Now, what their consciousness is, they're eternally liberated souls. Now, what they're experiencing, I have no idea. Whether Devaki is saying, yeah, cut my throat, let's see what... What's that? Yeah, I mean, what's that? When Kamsa had his sword against your throat. Krishna had an advent in himself, but whether they were thinking about Krishna, because they went through a lot of penance in order to get to that position. So I have no idea. I can imagine that anyone who was such a liberated soul, they were beyond the material concept of life from the very beginning. And they're just watching the whole thing as Krishna's pastime. But if we thought like that, it wouldn't be very much interesting. So it's not really revealed. Actually, Devaki thought, yeah, go ahead, see what you can do. No, it wouldn't be very interesting. So it's played out in real time. Otherwise, it would be kind of like, yeah. It's just like before the battlefield Kurukshetra, we know who's going to win. But it's exciting to watch the whole thing go on. Besides that, we're an illusion. So for us to imagine someone who's liberated is not possible. So we might as well put a little illusion to the whole question. It's more easy for us. Anything else? Yes.
I heard this before once, because you mentioned a lot about the fear of death. I'm trying to remember who said it to me, or if I heard it on my memories. That Srila Prabhupada said that one of the reasons why people are so afraid of death is because subconsciously they have remembrance of the Yamadutas. Have you ever heard anything like that before? They have some subconscious samskaras.
Oh, I'm sure that we have a lot of unconscious samskaras. Not only the Yamadutas, we can remember it probably, if we look inside, being a frog being devoured by a snake, singing to our girlfriend, and we're gone. Or a fly flying by a frog, and we're gone. We have a lot of bad memories. The whole world is a bad memory. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande.
teacher discovers that he's losing them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
I got my lesson for today.
Huh?
I got my lesson. This thing,
Lesson?
this is my son was there to take birth test. We killed by cancer
Yeah.
because they were criticizing grammar, and it was just in the mind, right? As far as I remember. But I
Yeah, even if it's in action, it seems to
do
me.
this all the time.
But this is not, it's natural.
And they should be
Yeah.
so it's very bad.
Yeah. We should see.
It is not the way it should be.
Yeah, this is really, it's a sticky thing, huh? This criticizing.
When you're about to learn something,
Yeah.
this keeps coming up and up.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Yeah.